it's Kamela here from Creative Moms Decant. So today I am working on some fall decor preparations, and I am making 3 really simple DIY mason jar or any jar decorations. Let's go!
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me.
So let's get started on this first one. It's super simple. All I'm going to do is paint some purple paint inside of these jars, and I'm going to paint 4 of them so that it can say the word fall. So we're just going to roll out whatever color you really wanted. You could also put a sticker in here and make it glow. There's lots of options, but I'm just going to paint them solid purple here and 4 jars. All right, and then I used my Cricut and I cut out the letters for fall and grabbed some burlap, and I just ironed on my HTV letters to spell out fall, and I'm going to hot glue these to each jar, and that's it. This one was super simple.
With an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection.
All right, simple mason jar DIY number 2. This is one that wouldn't seal, so I am going to paint this one, and I'm super excited because it's a nice jar other than it's cracked, so it won't seal. I am painting this jar completely white, just basic white paint. You can use acrylic. What I used is from Dollar Tree, so just super simple. Paint this whole jar white. And we don't want it to dry completely before we do the next step, but it can be somewhat dry in places, and that will help. So we're going to grab a super skinny brush and some black paint, and we're going to just make lines. I followed the lines that are naturally on this ball jar, and then roughed out some of my own in the front, but just make black lines. And then I'm going to take that white brush and blend those black lines together. I did grab just a little bit more. My lines might not have been quite thin enough. You want to do a super skinny line there, like marker size. But I grabbed some more white paint and worked those out, and it just gives it that antique DIY look that's kind of in for Farmhouse now. So I love how this jar turned out. I made a cut file on Cricut Design Space, and I'll share it in the description below. And I finished this jar up using vinyl on the back side of it, and I am just using permanent Cricut outdoor vinyl, and it really didn't, it gave me a little bit of trouble getting on my painted jar, but not too much. I think I will seal this with Mod Podge to keep it. However, it stayed on there and came off way easier than I actually thought it was going to. So I'm just going to finish putting my Hello There pumpkin and my adorable pumpkin truck on this jar. And then I'll show you the last one, the super cute scarecrow. So we went from super easy to definitely a little bit trickier, takes a little more time. And now the last one is something in the middle and probably my favorite. I don't know, I love them all. But let's make the scarecrow. So while my heat press was hot, I took a 10 by 10 square of material and just got myself a nice center line on here. And I am going to turn this square into a circle. So it doesn't have to be perfect. This is going to turn into your scarecrow hat.
And you could use any fabric you had. If you have a piece of burlap, that would totally work. So this is really a flexible project. All of these are. Hopefully you can Dollar Tree or have around your house the supplies to make yourself some super cute fall decorations. So I am definitely not a stitcher, but I just cut this out, rounded off the corners basically, and then I'm going to take this little the top part of the lid. So I have a little jar, and I'm just going to take the top part of this lid and pull this through on my crease until I'm happy with what's kind of around the outside here. And then we're going to flip it and stick our seal back in to hold that in place. You could definitely put some foam or some pillow backing, some backing or something in there if you wanted to fluff your hat a little bit that way. And I did kind of have to pull and change, but that makes the most adorable little hat on the scarecrow when you're all done. So the inside of this jar, you could actually put just dry corn or even dry beans. I would love to do like the dried corn from the field, but I have this ribbon that I'm not even going to cut, I don't think. I'm just going to put in here. So then after fall, this ribbon could still be used. I actually had it around because I picked it out for a spring wreath, but the yellow was perfect inside here, and that's going to make a cute scarecrow. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my lid on him. So I'm just going to push that down, and then I'll arrange this hat where I want it. All right, and then on the front of this, you could use paint, you could use marker, or I kept this super simple. I grabbed a little bit of vinyl, and I grabbed a few buttons that I'm going to hot glue on. And it was just kind of, a scarecrow is kind of wonky, so I did not have to get particular with my places. I think my hot glue gun gave up on me. It said, "You haven't used me for too long." So I also cut out of just the same gold that I used for the stems with my pumpkin, a little nose here, because I thought a little gold nose would be cute. Depending on what color your hat and your buttons were, you can make adjustments on this however you like, or of course black is perfect. And then now let's see if I could get my cute little beady eyes on here. There's one. I don't really want the hat under his eyeball. That would be weird. And then I'm going to place the other.
And we have a scarecrow.
You can easily dress these or design these in just the way you want. I am going to add 2 little flowers coming out of my scarecrow's hat because I can't resist. And that's it. We have 3 different ideas for some fall DIY decor using mason jars. Have a joyful day. Thanks for watching. Bye.
With an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection.